Hi, Cancer. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a twin flame love reading. We're going to ask Spirit today what is going on in this twin connection. Where are we headed? What's going to happen next? What are they thinking and feeling? Any messages Spirit wants to share with me. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. Welcome back to all of my Cancers. Thank you for your love, your support, your comments. So grateful always. Spirit, I'm here with my Cancers for their twin flame connection today. Could you please share with me any messages of guidance that you have for them? Anything going on in this connection? Things that you want them to work on, think about, things that may help them with this connection? I am listening for you now. Spotlight. All eyes are on you. Pride, ego, recognition, all eyes are on you, okay? Alone, abandoned, loner, closed off. Gossip, drama, negativity, and pettiness. And then I have falling apart, feelings fading, and losing interest. So part of me feels that somebody has been pulling away, but at the same time wants to know everything about you, okay? Wants to know what you're doing all the time. So there's a little bit of a, you can't have it both ways. You can't have me in your life and be, wondering, pulling away and wanting a sense of freedom, or, I don't want to see you all the time. I just want to see you some of the time. And twin flames have a tendency to do that. They have a tendency to pull away and then they come back. Let's see what the cards are saying. Let's just see where we're headed. These are oversized cards, so I have to shuffle them. They're huge, so I have to shuffle them over here on the side. So let me just give these a little shuffle. So what is going on with my Cancer? Let's see. I have Beauty and the Beast, which is strength. So they're giving you strength. I'll take that. I have a Seeker of Swords. So that's my Page of Swords. I want to talk. And I have a Hansel and Gretel, which is my Lover's card. That's beautiful. So this pulling away, it's a little bit of a feeling of, I'm not sure I know what I want. Maybe they pulled away initially when things started getting really intense, or things started getting hot and heavy, but maybe they're realizing this is really a soul connection and take my hand. But this sense of I need to be open and honest with my feelings. I need to explore my feelings. I need to know what's going on with us. There's a sense of what is going on with us. Maybe that's something that we're struggling with, that we are, we're trying to figure each other out right now. Spirit, what is going on in this connection? A soul connection. I have karmic ties. My heart is with another right now. I have to finish this karmic contract in order to be free. Is there somebody interfering in this connection? Is there somebody that they don't know what they want right now, and now they've met you and they have some unfinished business, or there's somebody behind the scenes that we need to know about? A union is energy, not a physical construct. Even when we aren't together, I feel our union. I feel that we should be together. I feel that we should be together. I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on it. And that's true. Sometimes one person in particular is put into your life, and it's an aha moment. It's an epiphany. It's a sense of, you were put in my life for this reason. We're meant to work together. We're meant to have a union. We're meant to have a family. So sometimes it is true. Like one person comes into our life and it shows us why we, are here on earth. We need to wait for divine timing. Time is healing our wounds and creating the perfect conditions for our reunion. So it could be a twin flame reunion. Maybe somebody has, I don't even know if it's a reunion. I don't think we are in a separation or no contact. I feel more that this person has been pulling away. Maybe they are unsure of their feelings right now. Maybe they're trying to figure, they always say, I'm going to figure things out, right? What does that mean? Okay, so let them figure things out, but they can't deny this. Okay. They can't deny these feelings, is how I feel. So they can go figure things out. They can see if they still have unfinished business with somebody else. But if it's a twin flame connection, nothing is going to compare to this. And I think that's why this page was so open to, we need to talk. We need to talk about everything. We need to talk about why we're both feeling this way. Why is it so intense? I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with my love. So there's a part of them that just wants to throw themselves into this romance. And then there's a part of them that backs off. I'm not sure why. I wish you could see that we are mirroring each other right now. Maybe we're both doing the same thing. Maybe one of you is pulling away at one point and the other one pulls away at a different point. I love this card. I am walking home to you. I'm not sure where I am on the path, but I am walking it. This sense of I'm walking towards you. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. So they are walking towards you. And that is always a positive, because even if they are confused, even if they are saying, I don't know what I want, I don't know what my feelings are, they're still walking towards you as they're figuring out their feelings. So that is really encouraging to me. Spirit, what do you want from us? Let's see. There's so much I wish I could do over again. I feel like there has been a little bit of back and forth, things said, walking on eggshells kind of a feeling, to not upset each other. And then there's a feeling of either somebody saying, I'm just so confused by all of these feelings. It's too much. I'm going to back off for a little bit. I'll talk to you in a couple days. There could be a lot of that energy going round and round. I have learned from my mistakes. We're growing, we're learning. That's encouraging. We have known each other before. We feel like we have had other lifetimes together. We've traveled other lifetimes together. I am burdened with guilt and regret. There could be something, you could have come into their life when they least expect it. All right. There could be unfinished business, whether it's a full third party, that somebody's cheating on somebody else. I'm not really in agreement with that, with this particular energy right now. But they could have, I don't understand whatever happened with that relationship. I didn't learn something from that relationship. Maybe they didn't have a good closure with somebody, and maybe they just need to do that. Nothing compares to our connection. So they know that nothing's comparing to this connection, but at the same time, it is confusing them. Maybe they're trying to compare it to past relationships, and you can't compare a twin flame relationship to anything else. It's not the same. So it is confusing. It just doesn't feel like it's in the wheelhouse of being normal. So, but they know that it's like nothing else. They know it's like nothing else. Self-care, taking care of yourself, while we're waiting, I think. I have a firecracker. Maybe it began with a bang. It began with a burst of energy, fireworks, which is typical of twin flames, fast and furious. Lots of love flowing in, lots of abundance flowing in, came in with a bang. And you're wondering, like, why all of a sudden is my person saying, I'm not sure what I want, or I'm confused, or I'm overwhelmed. Sometimes it just becomes too much. It becomes too much in a very short period of time from what they're used to or what they have always thought that they would have. And do they get scared? They can get scared. They can run. They can get overwhelmed. They can be, I don't want to be this vulnerable with anybody. You know me too well, Spirit just said. They don't like that you know them so well, that you can read them so well. They feel like you know everything about them. I have an Emperor. They want to be in control somehow. I have a Wheel of Fortune. 10 of Wands. And I have a Page of Wands. So part of me feels like they have to give up some control. They might have to leave their ego at the door, or realize that they don't have any say in how the universe is working right now, because they can't deny the passion that they have for you. And they're trying to control it. It's like trying to put the toothpaste back into the tube. They can't. Once it's out, and once these sparks had started to fly, they can't go slow again. It's one of those relationships that it was really fast and hot and heavy and really into each other and talking about our future. And then all of a sudden somebody gets scared, their ego comes up, and they're like, hey, wait a minute, I don't feel like I'm in control of the direction of this relationship. I want to slow things down. It's like, wait a minute, you weren't going slow before. Now all of a sudden you want to slow things down. So they try to take back control, but it's something that they really can't control, is what's going on. But Chariot, this connection is going to move forward no matter what. And I feel like I just am, right now, whatever this person is doing, this Chariot and this Emperor is doing, trying to take back this control, they may be doing things that, I don't know, are upsetting you or disappointing you, or it's not in their character, because they're trying to prove to themselves that, I don't know, no one person can have so much control over them, control their heart, tell them what to do. But they're going to have to let that go. That's all their ego talking. That is all their ego talking. It's like a little fight within their own brain that's saying, I don't understand this connection, so therefore I have to try to put boundaries around it, or control the timeline of it, or the pace of it, because that makes them feel better. Let's see what their feelings are. Spirit saying, yes, I'm on the right track. Okay. I'm unsure what I want. That, I don't know if they're unsure what they want. I feel like they're unwilling to admit their feelings, their true feelings. If they truly feel like, I'm confused because I've never felt this way before, it could just be scaring them. So they back themselves into a corner and they say, I don't know what I want. And I don't even know if that's true. I feel like that's just talking some bullshit, like, I just don't know what I want, because I'm losing control here. I'm losing control of my heart. You're taking over my heart. Take my hand. Let's begin this adventure. That's what we want them to say. Let's get going. Believe in us. Believe in us. Believe in a future. That could be you. Like, just believe it. Believe that it's true. Believe that it's real. Don't fight it. Don't I guess, stop fighting this and accept it for what it is. And that's important, that we're going to just accept that we're falling in love. And I don't know why we fell in love. I don't know why it's so intense. I don't know why it's so crazy or passionate or overwhelming, because you're feeling it too. You deserve better than somebody who says, I'm not sure what I want. And you can say that to them. Let me take the lead. They're trying to control the timeline, how fast this goes, where this goes. I fantasize about us together, so they still want to be with you. It's almost like they're not giving in. It's almost like they have to just surrender their heart to you. They have to. And I think that there's times that they really do. That's where the confusion comes in. I think that there's times that they really let themselves go and they really show you they love you, that they want to be with you. They talk about a future, and then they kind of turn on a dime and all of a sudden, back up a little bit and say things like, I'm not sure yet. I don't know what I want yet. And that's them fighting their feelings. So I'm hoping that they're going to stop fighting these feelings. Far, far away, a creative daydream. So there's this daydreaming about a future. There's a sense of, I fantasize about us being together. A fairy wishing well, manifesting expectations. Now that's jumping out at me for some reason. Maybe they don't feel like they can meet the expectations of a long-term relationship. That they have this vision in their head of, settling down in a house with kids and a dog and a yard. And maybe they feel like they can't meet those expectations, even though that's not even what you're asking of them. So it could be just, their own insecurities about what they feel like they can deliver to a connection. And then I have light the darkness, ancestors, ancestral line, and generational shift. Look at this grumpy old troll and this fairy on top, kind of, awakening him with whatever has gone on in your family. If he or she isn't from a family that's filled with love or happiness or long-term relationships, they might have no great role models. And maybe that's what their fear is. Everybody in their life isn't in a committed relationship, or the significant people in their life never found true happiness. So maybe they struggle with something like that they have no good role models. Scared to fly, the right moment and sensing out the right timing. There's a lot going on here with them wanting to control a timeline. I don't know what the timeline is. They may be saying, if we're still together in a year from now or 2 years from now, we'll start planning a future. They may be giving you some clues as to what's going through their head. But there's something going on with some kind of timeline, and that they want to be the one in control of the timing of, I don't know, a commitment when we live together, taking it to the next level, wherever this connection's headed, something like that. But it takes two people to make those decisions. So they can think that all they want, but it takes two people to decide, taking it to the next level at any time. So that's them trying to control it. Queen of Swords. I have a Princess of Wands, Princess of Torches, Princess of Pentacles, a sense of security. And a Two of Pentacles. You can see this back and forth with what do I want, right? This juggling, weighing all the pros and cons, thinking things through. What does my future look like? What are my expectations for a relationship? They know they want to be in this relationship. They know that the passion's there, the security is there, and there's a feeling of, we have a lot in common and we're really connected. So I don't understand why, other than a twin, typically one of the twins They do fight it. They are a runner. They freak out. They panic. It's just too real for them, So other than the fact that that's something that happens in twin connections. And I'm hoping we can overcome that fear. And I'm hoping that we can stop fighting the feeling. They stop fighting the feelings of fleeing. I have an ace of torches, an ace of wands. So that's what they can't deny, because this came in very quickly, very passionately. And I have a death card. Maybe they're afraid it's all going to go away. And a king of swords. So they've got to think about the passion that they have for you. And they've got to override that this could all go away. That could happen to anybody. They've got to look at all the princess energy. And then I have a princess of cups. So the emotions are there. The feelings are there. And I want them to stop fighting. That's how I feel. I just want them to give in and just admit once and for all that this is an amazing connection and there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. It's an amazing connection. I want to have kids with you. All right. So we're thinking big picture, family. I never felt so attached to someone like I do you. So there's that. How come I feel the way I feel, right? How come, it's not just a spark, it's a flame. I have a burning flame for you, right? I can't deny the burning flame, even with all the confusion, the mixed emotions, all the conversations that we're having, all the fears, all the panic over, is this going to go away? This has all been happening too fast, too soon, trying to control it. I have never felt this attached to anybody at the end of the day. I'm not used to this type of love. I've never been here before. I hide my jealousy. What if somebody else takes you away from me and I'm devastated? I'm not going anywhere, trying to work things through. You've changed me forever and you are tattooed on my heart. I do believe that. When a twin comes into your life, it's really, really hard to imagine your life with anybody else. It's such an intense connection. It's so intimate. It's so deep. And it does go straight into your heart because you guys share the same heart. I feel you're my soulmate. It is a soul connection as well, of course. It's you and me forever. This sense of you've changed me. Maybe they're not ready for the change. Maybe they weren't expecting the change. Maybe they're trying to control the pace of the change. But there is a sense of foreverness. There is a sense of how could I ever let this go, or how could I push this away? I think they are just trying to slow it down at times. You heal me. You're good for me. I get jealous when you get a lot of attention. So there's a little jealous streak to your person. So beware of that. We've come a long way. Why give up? Maybe this has been a push-pull for a little while, this twin. I was made to love you. I think what's going to happen is this person's realizing their feelings. I feel like they're going to stop fighting. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. That they're going to stop. They're just going to surrender to these feelings and they're going to figure things out. They are. And they're going to continue to walk towards you. Okay. Whatever pace they feel like they have to. And we're just going to love each other, and you've come a long way. You've gone through some ups and downs already, it feels like. So we're just going to keep working towards this. I don't want you to fight your feelings. Just feel what you're feeling, love. Just love me the way you want to love me. It's intense. It's exciting. It goes fast. It's a roller coaster ride at times, but it's us, and there's nothing else and no one else that's going to make them feel this way but you. So we're going to put this out into the universe because we want one of these twins to surrender that it's okay to feel these feelings. It's okay to be this in love with somebody. It's okay. So let's put this out into the universe and ask Spirit to guide you. I want to thank Spirit for this reading. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always, my Cancers, for your love and support. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com.